Hey y'all, she back. I am so trifling. It seems like I'm inconsistent with filming. My chair is loud, and every time I hop up here, I'm on to the next one. Yeah, well, this is what we've all come to know and hopefully love. Maybe not love, but y'all know. Anyways, child, I'll be giving that disclaimer every time I jump up here. So, anywho, I'm sure you want to know what's in here. Wait, what am I talking about? I got to put a title. You already know what's up there. Anyway, child, it's a Hobonichi. It's a Hobonichi. But I want to say something right quick. I'm mad I didn't even have it out. I should have had it out because my heart was low-key hurt. Bam. I say bam, okay? Placow. So, we talked about in our last therapy session, okay? We talked about how I jumped up in here in my Sterling ink in 2 because it's undated and I didn't fill it up and I was able to just jump right up in there, blackety blow, right? Yeah, so what I really wanted to jump into was this here, okay? I just stumbled across this looking for a different cover a little while ago. Oh, excuse me. It is like super late. But, yeah. So, this is what I should be in. Not this Hobonichi. I should be in here because I have, look at all of them weeks. And this the new one. Yeah. Okay? And then, if we just scoot on past December, look at all of these months. Okay? Look at all these months. This would have been more than enough to get me to July. Because that's my birthday. That's when I like to start a new planner. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Shorty's not happy. I'm not happy. So, long story short, this is what I should be in. I'm not. I had plenty of love and life left in here, but all is not lost because why? It's undated. We can get into it later. But anyways, here we are in this 2025 Hobonichi cousin with the janky paper because I didn't pay attention to the whole paper debacle. I had heard about it, but I didn't really pay attention to it because I wasn't planning to get one. Anyways, child, long story short, we here with the janky paper. And do I regret it? Only because I found that today. But had I not found that today, then I wouldn't regret it. I figured out how to survive with the paper bleeding, and that is to just continue on with my life. So anyways, let's go through this setup. This paper came from Hobby Lobby. I made me a little pocket to hold my stickles. And I've decided that I'm actually going to use this calendar. So obviously, well, not obviously, but green are my paydays because I work for a living. Yeah. Maybe when I get rid of a couple more of these children, I'll be able to, sit home and be cute. But until then, I work. And I have a few things going on up here. So red, those are my cycle days. Like this blue, I'm going out of town for a wedding. This week, I'm going out of town for my birthday. This week, I'm going out of town. No, I'm going out of town in May for a baby shower. Here, I'm going out of town for a wedding. And here, I took vacation days because it's me and my husband's 9th anniversary. Oh my gosh, I am so stoked. So, once we get to our 9th anniversary, and when I say we, I'm pretty sure it's going to be me. Well, he'll participate, but we're going to be planning our 10-year vow renewal shenanigans. And I'm going to say shenanigans because I don't know if we're going to do like a ceremony or if we're going to just do some type of big vacation, or I don't know. We have a lot of stuff to discuss. I feel a wedding planner coming in my future. I don't know. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all know I don't start yelling until I get on the camera. This is just a mood board. It just looks so relaxing. Like 2025 has been the complete opposite of relaxing. And this just looks relaxing. This just looks like someplace I want to be with my boo and my journals. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing with this page. And I'm already liking it. All right. So this was there to cover that up. I usually use this to track as a weight tracker. And because I've been planning for years, of course I can go back and feel my weight in here. But I've seen some people using it differently. I also kind of feel like I should be using it as a habit tracker. I don't know. So I'm leaving it alone for right now. And we'll come back to it later. I am not back planning here. However, I have decided to back plan my months. Mainly because it helps me keep up with my handful of clients' last appointments and just a couple of other things that I need to keep track of. So I am going to eventually go back and fill in January, February, and March. Here's April and all of its glory. Here's May. So I am going to participate with my baby's field trip on this day, but there's another one on the 16th, and I need to figure out what that is. So, and I think that there's another one that she said she was trying to do even after the 16th at the end of the month or something like that. All right, so the months are, I have everything that I know for sure that I have planned already in here, and I haven't gone any further than August so far. I don't ever typically use these pages, but you never know. You never know. So I did back plan. I did. And it was more memory keeping, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I probably am gonna go back and do these weeks. And it's mainly for pictures and just what was going on that week. Not so much like the actual to-do list. So the way I've been using my last Hobonichi. Oh, great, Nick. I never have stuff out when I need it because I'm trifling. All right. Here's my Han from last year. And I started this on my birthday. And what I always do is I plan on the weeks. And I journal on the dailies. Yeah. Just journaling pages on the dailies. And that's basically what I did again for this planner. And I love doing this. It's just so relaxing. So relaxing. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing in this one. And that's what I went back and did. So started February the 17th, because that was up until that point. I was in my Hobonichi child, my happy planner. I was in my happy planner, my not happy planner. So this is this week. All right. So I did the best that I could based off what I had in my half letter. So like I said, I'm gonna go back. A lot of life was happening, and it was all I can say is it was going back and reliving these memories. But it's all good. It's all good. It's gonna be, you know, it happened. It happened. So this is this week, excuse me, that we are ending. And this is next week. Now, off the bat, child, I should have never put this color in here. Just looking at it is irking my soul. But I'm sure once I get to writing, it'll be better. And this is the following week. And I stopped right here, because I'm positive that this layout's gonna work, but you never know what videos I may watch between this week and the following week, and I may want to do something different, and I don't want to, you know, cut myself short or whatever. All right, so that's that. So what I know for sure I'm not going to do is back plan all of these dailies. I'm not finna do it. So like I did in here, when we got to the dailies, what I did is I went in and I covered those dailies up with journaling pages and photos and goals and just, you know, journaling. And it was nice. Nice. It was very, very nice. And in addition to this, like journaling like this, I also used the little supplemental notebook, and I'm gonna do that as well again. And just a lot of writing, just a lot of journaling, and yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm gonna do that with these January through March pages. Yeah. And I started already doing some deco and attempting to do some covering up. Not too much, because you almost can't, or you'll make it real bulky right here, at the top. But I don't mind writing over top of the dates, because, you know, I don't mind. So that's what I'm going to do with the daily pages, is do journaling on those pages, scripture writing. I may end up writing some notes. I actually wrote notes on the other ones. Now, as far as April, I am low-key thinking about back memory keeping April. I started already, because y'all, believe it or not, there's a lot in this notebook already. I got this notebook on Thursday night. This came Thursday night. So from Thursday night till Sunday, everything that you see is how I got in here. And like I said, I went back and looked at other journal entries and stuff from my other planner, which is what I'm likely going to do for the other pages. Because I already did, on the weeks, as you see, I wrote down things. But for the month of April, it wasn't that much that I had written down, because the first 2 weeks were just busy. And I just didn't even really have a lot to write. So I don't know. I'm going to do my best. But if anything, I have photos that I can put on those days. And this was Thursday, and this is Friday, and this is Saturday, and this is today. And it's pretty. I just love it. And so far, I've only decoed Monday and Tuesday, tomorrow and Tuesday. But I'm going to decorate some more pages. But I almost wish I hadn't found my Hobonichi. Not my Hobonichi. I almost wish I hadn't found my sterling ink because now I low-key regret this one. But the only reason I don't is because I went back and I added the memories from the year that I can so far. And it is going to give me the space to back memory keep. Well, back plan, child. We're going to say back plan because that's what everybody else say. And I'd be the odd man out. So I'm going to back memory keep. I'm back planning, journaling, whatever. I'm going backwards. But I want y'all to move forward. Anywho, so yeah. That's what I got going on, and I'm happy. Here's my supplemental journal that I got so far. I still have, I just started it. So, yeah. Yep. I am happy, though. It feels good to be able to stretch again. I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to journal in that, the sterling ink one. Child, I knew it wasn't going to work. Even though, again, I have all this paper. I know. However, I got up in here and I was just writing. I'm like, you know what? You're not going to make it through here. That's probably the reason why you jumped out of here in the first place. And maybe that's what I need to start doing. When I jump out of a planner, I'm going to start writing a sticky note. I stopped using this planner because I blah, 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 blah. Because I would love to know why I got out of this one. I would love to know. And I just want y'all to know that under no circumstances am I telling you that I won't end up back in here. I don't want you to think that I won't end up back in here. Because I will. I like sit and I won't sit. And every time I touch it, I want it more. But right now I'm here dealing with these trifling pages. But like I said, it's some bleed through, y'all. It really is. And I'm dealing with it. So there's that. Anywho, if you like what you see and you want to see more, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, child. Please come on up here and subscribe to the most inconsistent YouTuber in our community. She is me, and I am she. Until next time, folks, happy planning. I'll holla. Bye.